What's up everybody, welcome back to another testing video. Today we have something different. We have a pair of SUDU football boots, soccer cleats, whatever you want to call them. Huge thank you and shout out to SUDU themselves. They sent these out to me so I can give you guys an honest play test. And if you've never seen my content, I do play test videos where I literally put the boots on my feet for the first time ever and give you my first impressions. And I by no means am a boot expert. I love me some football boots, because like who doesn't? But today I have the SFS 01 Plus FG from, like I said, from SUDU themselves. This box is bright to say the least, and I think, and I'm pretty sure the boots are going to be this exact same hue or color of blue, but I went with the size UK 9.5, US 10.5. If you want to go deeper into it, Euro 44, centimeters 27.5. But before I open the box, make sure you go down, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get into it. All right, you guys already know, we love to see a boot bag. There's actually something in here. Oh, okay. So if you guys don't know what this is like a slider to help you slide your boots in, because these boots have like a knitted upper, knitted tongue, like I like to say, and sometimes it's a bit difficult to slide the shoe in when you got that knitted tongue, especially if you've got grip socks on. Today we've got regular socks on, so we shouldn't have any issues, but this is nice to have. The boot bag itself kind of gives me like Nike vibes, Nike boot bag vibes, or more updated Adidas boot bag vibes. It's just got the plain SUDU logo on there. Color of the boots, black. I think it's pretty clean, I ain't gonna lie. But guys, look, let me show you these boots. I ain't gonna lie, just visually, oh, let's take a moment to admire this sole plate. Holy cow, look at that chrome finish. There was a sticker on here, but as always, the chrome finish on the bottom of the sole plate will wear off after play. That's every single boot. Just first impressions, low-key, this is kind of giving me like vapor vibes, like Nike vapor vibes, and I am all for it. That upper feels so thin, and this is the SUDU's first football boot, if I'm correct, and it's meant to be a speed boot to kind of rival like Adidas F50s, Nike's Mercurials, Vapor Superflies. It looks like the upper is called a Speed Weave Plus. It's almost giving off like a grip knit vibe that the Vapors have. And then it's got these white diamonds right here that's called the Sensitech, which is essentially like the gripped area of the boot. Although I am gonna say that the whole boot itself kind of already has some sort of gripped like elements on it, like the upper. Yeah, let's slap these on, give you an honest first impressions, and I am not gonna hold back. SUDU sent me these boots, but I am not gonna hold back. I am gonna give you an honest, that's pretty good, I ain't gonna lie, impression of what I think about these boots. Let's do it. Oh, that heel area is stiff. Okay. All right. Okay, my foot. Here we go. Oh, that is okay. Yeah, that's giving me almost grip knit vibes, I ain't gonna lie. That feels pretty comfortable. Let's get the other one on. And as you can see right here on the knitted tongue, it's got the SUDU logo on there, kind of like how the Vapors do. Yeah, this is giving me major Vapor vibes, and I'm here for it, I ain't gonna lie. The lacing system is, I mean, it's pretty general. I've got nothing wrong with that. If you guys have watched my videos before, I usually like dock boots whenever they have like 3 laces. Pumas. Let's okay. Yeah, so that is I'm trying to form some sentences in my mind on how these feel. Let's just say the upper feels very thin. It's like a very thin synthetic layer on top. Has a sense of like a structured feeling, but at the same time, I have a wide foot and it's letting my foot kind of expand in the shoe, which is nice. And it's not super stiff at the top like some other boots that I've tried on recently. But yeah, let's get first touching these, see how they feel on ball. All right, first touch, let's get it out the way. Okay. Oh yeah, that this upper feels very thin, but actually it's giving more of a Vapor 15 vibe rather than like a grip knit. But it's got more of a gripped feeling than the Vapor 15s. As you guys can see, I'm playing on an AG pitch. These boots are marketed as FG. And as you can also see, the boots themselves are almost chevron shaped, and the sole plate itself, low-key, is kind of giving almost Speed Portal, crazy fast vibes. And that sole plate was pretty decent. Let me move around more in these to kind of give you a better analysis with how this heel area feels, because right now my heel feels so locked down. It's actually pretty comfortable. When I had them in hand, the heel area felt very stiff. And depending on the player that you are, depends, I mean, if you really like that or not. For me, I don't really like any heel slippage, and this boot is fitting very nice on my heel shape. So the upper on these feels very comfortable. It's very thin, but I mean, I haven't shot a ball yet, so I don't know if it's really gonna play a factor. But, oh shoot, you see that? I almost slipped over the ball. That was a terrible course, or like a run through, but that felt actually very, very comfortable. I feel good telling you guys that the heel area on this boot is honestly pretty good in my opinion. Like I've said before, some boots have massive heel slippage, but these, like especially moving around in turf, they feel very, very good. Nice. And I always have pressure points on the sides of my feet here because, I mean, I say this every time in every video and I feel like it's kind of repetitive, but I have wide feet. The upper really isn't holding my foot that tight. That being said, it's still providing a very good lockdown. And hold on, top bins or low bins. I love how they added their logo, SUDU, all right here on the side. It's kind of like a plastic element that they just added onto the boot there, and it has some sort of structure and grip to it. I mean, you're not really going to be dribbling the ball like this with the logo, but if you ever like get a touch that's on the logo, it has some grip to it, which I mean, I think is pretty cool instead of just having the logo on there. Sole plate itself, like I said, they look freaking amazing. That chrome finish on these specific blue ones looks so nice. I know there's also a yellow colorway and I think a black colorway. The black one, or they both still have chrome finishes, but I think the chrome finish looks the best on this colorway. The stud pattern or stud shape on the boots feels relatively nice on AG. Crossbar challenge. But I don't really have any issues with them so far, although I'm not gonna tell you guys to buy an FG boot to wear on AG, but if you are, take your precautions. As always, when a boot is marketed as FG, you want to wear it on the intended surface that it's made for. But that being said, they feel decently good on AG. Honestly, I mean, I've done this like probably 6 times and no issues whatsoever, no pressure points. I feel like the sole plate is pretty evenly rounded throughout the whole sole plate. That makes for a very comfortable turn and movement with the boots. As far as these boots being a speed boot, I mean, let's start off with what qualifies as a speed boot. Normally it's just a boot that weighs less and the upper is usually thinner, usually The sock, or the tongue itself is a sock-like tongue. This checks all those boxes. It's got a nice amount of grip on the upper, that the upper is still soft. I'm tripping over my words here, but not an insane amount of grip to where you're just gonna trip over the ball, but also not that much grip. That knuckled. You didn't see it on camera, but that knuckled. But it doesn't feel like there's no grip at all, because you still get a nice touch on the ball when you're moving around, juggling even. That was going well until I tried to shoot that with my left foot. But yeah, honestly, I'm pretty surprised with how good these boots feel. I didn't know what to... Dead ball, let's go. I wasn't really sure what to expect going into this, because like I said, this is the brand's first ever football boot and first ever speed boot. So not really too sure what I was expecting going into it, but let's just say I am very, very, very happily surprised with how these feel on my feet. Let's take a couple free kicks, because you guys know, well, this channel isn't really mostly all free kicks anymore, but if you watch the reels, it's mainly free kicks or me just showing off my boot collection. But let's take some free kicks. I'm an absolute monster at these, so we're gonna hit some absolute bangers, hopefully with the new SUDUs. All right, cameraman, where do you want this? Cameraman said top right. Let's hit it. It was towards that direction, but come on. That felt pretty good. I mean, there's not, if I'm being honest, unless the boot has something insane like the Puma Future 8s with those weird pods under the synthetic layer, you don't really feel a difference whenever you're doing free kicks, unless, like I said, the Futures have those pods, or if you have a super aggressive sole plate like the Shadow Elite 3s. These, I mean, they feel super comfortable just shooting with that one shot. Well, one free kick that I did, and this other one going top right. It looked good, but it didn't dip enough. 5 attempts, try to hit that top right in the new SUDUs. Let's hit it. Ooh, into the top left. All right, cameraman. That was close. As I'm kicking more in these are feeling more comfortable as I go. I can imagine they'd feel as comfortable or even more comfortable on an FG pitch. On that note, let me give you my final thoughts. All right, so final thoughts on these. I have a couple things to say. One, I mean, throughout the whole video, you heard me talk about how underrated these are. I'm gonna say that these are the most hidden gem boots I've tried. And I mean, considering I haven't tried too many under the radar hidden gem boots, these just honestly surprised me so much. I guess I didn't know what to expect, if I'm being honest. I definitely didn't expect this. The quality of the boot is actually top tier. I believe the pricing for these go for the regular retail price of your like normal high-end speed boot, which is about like in the 240, 260 range. Yeah, these are, one, comfortable. Two, the sole plate is just so, I guess, like, in my experience, forgiving on an AG pitch. And for them to be a speed boot and just feeling so comfortable, like I said, it's kind of giving, if there was a spot between the Vapor 15 and the Vapor 16 with the grip knit, and then also how I think it might have been fly knit, I'm probably so wrong, but whatever upper the 15s had, if there's something in between, it would be these. These are contender for boot of the year for me, as far as speed boots go, because I mean, just that upper, look at that. It's kind of like Shadow 3, but it molds that way but also when it's on your foot, it still feels like it has a sense of structure around it. And I believe that's just because of the synthetic layer and how it's weaved. But yeah, rating on these, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give these a 9 out of 10. That's surprising. And you guys know my ratings have been a lot more harsh in the past couple videos, just because I was being a little too lenient with some boots, let's just say that. But yeah, 9 out of 10, I highly recommend these. And I'm not just saying that because these boots got sent to me for free. I only do honest reviews here. And if these suck, I would have told you guys if these suck. These do not suck. These are actually gonna be one of my go-tos, and I'm excited that they're now in my rotation. It's a contender for boot of the year for me. And the boot bag just makes it so much better. But let me know what you guys think of the boots down in the comments. Would you ever try them? I would recommend them. I'm not too sure how many retail stores actually have them for sale, but if you're gonna try them, stay true to size. I went with a size 10.5 in these, or UK 9.5, because this is a UK based brand, and they fit perfect. They fit perfectly how I like them. Barely any space between my toe and the end of the toe box. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and if you guys haven't already, make sure you go down, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. None of these videos, especially this video, would be possible without you guys. So that's a big thank you to you guys, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.